It's so hot in the D. Y'all don't know how to act, I see. Hey, shout out to my girl T Baby for that It's So Cold in the D, but right now I'm claiming the fact that it's so hot in the D. The reason I say that is because of all the events that have transpired these past few weeks, especially those that have occurred, and I've heard about them on social media and on the local news. Shout out to the Metro Detroit Crime and Homicide Facebook group for keeping me up to date on everything that's going on. So let me name 3 different places. Apartment complex, gas station, and a Coney Island. Yes, 3 spots that we should find comfort in. At a Coney Island, we coming for one reason, and that's for the Detroit Conies that are so unique to us. Apartment complex, we're going to visit somebody or stay there with no reason to have any commotion. And then lastly, a gas station, we're going to pump gas. That's it. Obviously, the events that I'm about to talk to you about, that was not the case. How do we expect people to support Detroit if we're not supporting each other? A lot of us want to be so uptight, want to be so jealous and hateful towards one another, but we should be one Detroit. That's what tip we should be on in order for others to respect us, especially those who are in the Metro Detroit area. You want them to care about us, but we don't care about ourselves. Okay. When I tell you about these events that's about to come up right now, this is just one of the reasons that Big Gresh should be shutting us down. Big Gresh did her job to keep us safe. Now it's time for us to keep each other safe without all the violence, more fear, more deaths, all that because of nonsense. Let's stay home. Let's be safe. Like she said, mask up. I'm still going to be wearing my mask. Now it's time for the word of the day, which is going to be coming from Romans chapter 12, verse 16. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. We got to be one Detroit. I've stated that before, but I'm going to say it again. One Detroit. That's what tip I'm on. And that's what you know. For anybody who knows or does not know, I am the CEO of Detroit Luxury Clothing. With that, I pride myself of being from Detroit, and I pride myself of working with each other to make a better community for each other to live in. That's why I live by the mission of promoting positivity within the city of Detroit while getting rid of the negative stereotypes that many people associate with the city. These events I'm about to tell you about next, that's the reason why we have these stereotypes. We don't know how to act and we look that way to other people. So let's stop doing that. So this tea though, yeah, y'all ready for it, I know. The first incident is at an apartment complex in Harrison Township, but they're calling it Detroit. TMZ even wrote an article about it as well as the local news stations. So that's how serious it is. For TMZ to get on something that's in the D, yeah, you know it's serious. This woman in Harrison Township decided to ignite a Jeep of a friend of hers, okay? Because according to the man, after he saw that she ignited the flames of his Jeep, had went on the news from this incident, he said that he knew her, but it wasn't his girlfriend. So let's think for a minute, y'all. What woman, if that's a friend of yours, would want to blow up your Jeep if it's not like an ex-girlfriend? Like, make it make sense to me. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Anyway, he said it wasn't his girlfriend. She wasn't a girlfriend to you, but you probably were a boyfriend to her, okay? This is why I say play a role. Know what you're getting yourself into. We already heard about August. We already heard about Jada and Will with this entanglement, okay? August is still obviously feeling Jada because he has a song out with Rick Ross right now called Entanglements, but that's besides the point. The point I'm trying to make is that play your role, know your role, because things like this should not be happening, especially when you can put other people in danger at an apartment complex parking lot. And then, like I said, people are claiming that this is from the D. This has nothing to do with the D. This is Harrison Township vibes. This is not Detroit vibes. But again, we're saying this happened in the Detroit suburb. This has nothing to do with Detroit, okay? Everybody from Detroit is not doing stuff like this. I'm not claiming it, okay? I'm from the D. I'm not doing nothing like that. But for those who are, practice makes perfect. That's one of the takeaways I can say from this video. Let's take a look at the clip. Because this is a hot mess, y'all. Like, y'all see this clip. She thought she was being Angela Bassett, as y'all can see right here. But in reality, this is what it turned to look like. Yeah, right. Exactly. A hot mess. She literally gets pushed back from the force of the fire after she ignited the flame. Then she gets all of her equipment that she had, all the evidence, and runs away and crawls away. But what I'm saying, like the Rude Boys has sang at one point, it's written all over your face. The evidence is on her face. Obviously, she had a little mask on to protect her from COVID, but did not protect herself from the fire because she thought she knew what she was doing. Y'all see from the mugshot that it's written all over her face. Practice makes perfect. If you did your research, you would know how to do stuff with anything, y'all. That's why I'm letting y'all know right now. Don't look like a fool when you get caught up and you can't even vouch yourself out of a situation because the evidence shows what time it is. So don't be like that. We can't even be safe at a gas station, okay? I'm just coming here to pump my gas, but I gotta deal with people getting shot up for no reason. And that's what happened at this BP gas station on 7 Mile. 3 men were sitting in a vehicle. They exchanged words with 2 other men. These 2 men then pulled out their guns and shot at the vehicle of the 3 men, wounding them, okay? These men were faced with 18 felony charges as a result. So many people today have guns. Everybody has a right to carry a weapon, but everybody shouldn't be out here carrying a weapon. And men exchanging words, and the next thing you know, they say, okay, I'm big and I'm bold, so I'm going to get out my gun and shoot at you at a gas station. Nobody else thinks about the risks that are associated with the people that are also at the gas station. You're just thinking about being in the heat of the moment, say, oh, they just said some words to me, I'm gonna pull out my gun. But we have to think about safety first. And thankfully, these individuals were only wounded and then died from the incident. We gotta stay safe. People are under a lot of pressure. Therefore, it's best to keep our distance anyway. That's what we're supposed to be doing, considering the fact that we still have a virus that's out here that can be spread easily. But nobody wanna hear that because people ain't trying to wear their mask though. Why get out here and not put safety first with anything? Not just the virus, but just with your life. This next situation, y'all, I know y'all had to hear about this one, but the A Eagles Coney Island shooting. 4 shot, 3 killed. Over what? What exactly leads you up to the point where you have to murder people at a Coney Island? Murdering people, period. It's too much going on. And when I heard about this situation, I then went to social media to see what was going on. Like I said, being a part of the Metro Detroit Crime and Homicide Group kept me up to date on everything that transpired. And then I also saw that some people started to post this video and share it to social media. There's no need to have to share something so gruesome as to that shooting, because not only are you being rude to the family, it's just not right. It's not right to do that. Nobody wants to see that. You wouldn't want your homeboy's video passed around if he got shot up, or homegirl, or whatever the case may be. That's not respectful whatsoever. So I didn't like that. Being able to see the video, being able to see the surveillance, and just, it was a gruesome scene. But I don't know what exactly this event transpired from. Some people say it was over gym shoes. Some people say that the guys was looking at this guy's girl. Whatever the case may be, it shouldn't have ended like that. And I also heard that it was retaliation from years back. I don't know exactly the details, but I see people are making videos talking about the past details and what happened with this event. But I'm like, how do you guys know if y'all weren't there? So don't listen to a lot of these stories. Every day it's a different story. But that's why I tell you, safety first, to get you a CPL. That's important, but only if you're going to use it for the right reasons. Not because you want to get back at somebody or you're feeling triggered because of what someone said. Use it for the right reasons. Your safety does matter. A lot of y'all may be triggered by this next statement I'm about to make, but okay. We should not be holding Black Lives Matter movement accountable for Black on Black crime. Why are we so quick to say that Black Lives Matter should be protesting when these Black on Black crime incidents happen in the D or any other place? Why do we feel the need to say Black Lives Matter should do that? Let me tell y'all what Black Lives Matter is about. It's about the fact that many Black lives were being lost due to the police brutality. That's what that was. Therefore, 3 African-American women had sat together and decided that it was time for a change. They put this movement together for that specific purpose, for racial discrimination, police brutality, and just ultimately being able to be protected in your own neighborhoods. But Black on Black crime is totally different. How do we expect outsiders to respect us if we can't respect ourselves? Okay? Instead of calling on Black Lives Matter, let's do some research first and realize that there are organizations like My Sister's Keeper, My Brother's Keeper, to stop the violence that's going on and to be our brother and sister's keepers. That's what the goal should be with any city. How are we going to expect others that are not our brothers and that are not our sisters to respect us when we don't respect ourselves? That's just anything. Like, how do you expect other people to love you if you don't love yourself? That's the same thing I look at when I'm talking about the city of Detroit. Many times people are calling saying, oh, these other cities, they're not respecting us. Do we respect ourselves? Do we know how to treat ourselves? Do we know how to represent ourselves in a way that others can be like, okay, I'll respect them, I'll support them because they respect themselves. That's the first thing we look at with anything. And that's what it should be if it isn't. But no, we don't want to be our brother's keepers. We don't want to be our sister's keepers because we're too busy hating on our brother and on our sister to even try to even form a relationship that can make Detroit united. Detroit is known for cars and crime. Can we put another label? Can we redefine a city? Can we do that? Let's work together every day, because a lot of people don't want to claim the city, but they live in it. And that's the saddest part ever. You living in the city for what? Comfort and for family or some other reason. Whatever that reason may be, it's not enough for you to stay there if you don't like it. Move, do something better. And if you do like the city of Detroit and you feel like it has potential, then work on investing that seed back into the city. Let's do that. A lot of times we just want to settle. We see that it's not going good and we're like, okay, that's enough for us to just not do anything. But you got to say you're a resident. You got to claim it too. You can't just be on the sidelines and just expecting the D to get better, but you're not putting that input into it. So that's why I would recommend to everybody, find a local charity or organization that you feel that represents you in a way that you can be able to invest your time and your effort to help others. I'm very passionate about that. I'm passionate about helping the youth succeed, especially the youth of Detroit. We are limited with our resources. I know about it, myself being from the city of Detroit. Therefore, find a cause that you're passionate about and go volunteer. Go do something once the city opens back up enough for you to do that. Let's invest in these children because they do have potential. They have talent, but let me tell you, the people who are not being invested in, that's the reason I'm talking about the stuff I'm talking about today on It's So Hot in the D. The reason I'm talking about it is because people didn't invest in these people that I just talked about to let them know that they have potential to succeed. Let's be that change. Let's be that seed. And let's make an impact. If we don't do it now, then when? That's one thing that Congressman John Lewis said, if not now, then when? So many monumental men. Reverend C.T. Vivian, Representative John Lewis. Rest in peace to y'all, rest in power. We can be our brother's keepers and our sister's keepers. Why not? Again, I just want to tell y'all thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Chelsea's Live Line. I know it's a little bit different today because I'm not live, but I wanted to say I appreciate all the support. I appreciate y'all for liking this video, for subscribing, and for sharing it too. Let people in the D know that there is positivity. There is a way to make it better. We don't have to be on this negative tip all the time. I will see y'all next week for next episode. Until then, peace.